Welcome to the Panama Rules. You've probably never heard of the Panama Rules. It's a name I made up. This is a variant of the 1920s American style game, which is based on the Chinese winning hands of 4 sets, pongs, kongs, and chows, plus a pair. But we add a twist here. Actually, we add 1 round Charleston, 3 passes, and we limit to 1 sequence. We do use the old style scoring where all the hands are scored and you settle up between the hands. And Mahjong for Friends is automatically doing that scoring for you, which makes that much easier than it was back in the 1920s. I think you're going to find this a very fun, fast variant. So we're going to take you through how it works right now. A winning hand under the Panama Rules, very much like the winning hands in the Chinese game. It's 4 sets, where a set can be a pong, which is 3 of a kind. So this is this 3 of a kind, the 7 bamboos is a pong, or also the 1 circles is a pong. It can also be a kong, which is 4 of a kind. So here's my 4 of a kind of the 2 circles, where this one here is face down, indicating that it was a kong that's exposed kong. Or you can have one of your sets can be a sequence, a chow. So this is the 4, 5, 6. They have to be in the same suit. So 4, 5, 6 of circles. So my 4 sets are 1 kong, 1 chow, and 2 pongs. So the Panama Rules do restrict where you can only have 1 chow. So that's a difference between the Panama Rules and the Chinese game. You also have in your winning hand 1 pair, in this case the 4 bamboos. And Panama Rules, we use pretties. They're free points, and they'll be handled by the game automatically for you, but they're really good to get them. And it's all that. Pretties are luck. If we look at the score of this hand, this is the Mahjong hand, it is 88 points. I'm going to show you one more Mahjong hand here so you can see a little bit how the point differences are so we can score, because that's going to affect strategy. So here's another winning hand where my 4 sets are a kong of 4 characters, a kong of 7 characters, a kong of 9 characters, a pong of west winds, and my pair of green dragons, and I have 2 pretties. This hand is actually 608 points as opposed to the 88 points in the previous hand. So this hand actually netted the player, East Wind, 3,648 points. So let's play along now. You can go to mahjongforfriends.com in your browser and play directly in your browser, or you can download the app from the App Store or Google Play. So however you want to get started, go ahead then and click the Use Save File button. And once you do that, click on this first line that says Tutorial, and then click on Tutorial Panama, and click on the Tutorial Panama 1. And then you can just dismiss that, and that's going to bring you into a file, and we're going to play along. All right, you guys ready to play along? So we are East Wind, which means we get to choose if we want to do a Charleston. With the Panama Rules, it's just going to be 3 passes, a 1-round Charleston. And of course, since you guys want to learn how to Charleston, we'll go ahead and Charleston. So you're going to choose 3 tiles that you don't want. And so you just click on 3 tiles that you don't want. I like characters here. I've got the most characters, so let's take those 3 on the left, the 2 circles and the 4 bamboo. And you hit proceed. So go ahead and do that. And now the tiles come in from the person, actually the bot 3 sent us these tiles. So you can click these to move them into your hand. And now the next pass is going to go across. So we need to choose 3 tiles to send across. And I'm going to continue being aggressive, hoping to get characters. So let's click on the 4, the 7, and then skip over here and click on the 9 so that we don't give them 2 tiles that are sequentially right next to each other. And so we go ahead and we pass those. Those go across to bot 2. And then here's our next tiles. Ooh, and we're lucky. So go ahead and click all those 3 into our hand. Beautiful. So now the last pass is going to go to our left. So that's over to bot 3. So go ahead and let's click on the 8 bamboo. And let's see, bot 3 is north. So I don't want to pass him his own wind. So let's go ahead and pass the west and the red dragon. We're going to continue this very aggressive strategy for characters. So now that last pass, the Charleston's over. The tiles automatically came into our hand. And hey, they don't always work out this way, but this is a very cool hand to end the Charleston with. So now what you're going to do is you get the first discard because we're east wind. We've been doing the Charleston with that extra tile. So clearly the north wind we don't want because we want to have a hand of all characters. So you hit that north and hit proceed. So now what's going to happen if no one takes it is that the turn goes around to bot 1. Bot 1 throws a 7 character. We cannot take that, so we go ahead and hit proceed. Now bot 2 throws a 9 character, and we can take that because we already have 2 of them. So click on those 2 9 characters and hit proceed. And you can see this has formed our pong. So the other players are all seeing that now. And after you pong something, you need to discard. So I would say let's go ahead and just throw that 8 character since that's not matching with anything. So tap that and hit proceed. Okay, so the bot 1 copied us and threw an 8, so we can't take that. So just hit proceed. So you'll be continuing to hit proceed whenever you don't have a play. So hit proceed on the 1 circle, hit proceed again on the 8 bamboo. So now it's back to our turn, and the 9 circle came in from the wall. We're not going to keep that because we want to keep all characters here. So go ahead and tap that 9 circle and hit proceed. And so we'll continue doing this. If we see something that we want, we can take it, but otherwise, we need to just hit proceed. So we'll hit proceed on the these tiles, the 4 circle, continue to hit proceed. Okay, well, green dragons are usually really nice to get, but this time we're going to go ahead and just discard that. So tap that and hit proceed. So we want to keep what we call a clear hand here of all characters. So hit proceed on the 6 bamboo, hit proceed on the north wind, hit proceed on the 5 circle. All right, the wall's not being real great to us here. 4 circle we don't want, so click on that and hit proceed. So bot 1's given us our 6 character. We can take that, so tap on the 2 6s, hit proceed, and you can see we have another pong here. And now I think we want to just get rid of that 5 characters. So click on that and hit proceed. Oh, my bot took that. So you can see the bot's pong over here of 5 characters. Hopefully that won't be a problem that the bot is competing with us for characters. Bot 2 threw us a 2 character. We're happy here. Click on those 2 and you take that pong. Now when we hit that 1 character and we hit proceed, we're actually calling because all we need at this point is 1 more pong, 1 more, either the 3 or the 4, and the other one will be our pair. So we're only 1 tile from Mahjong here. Very cool. So it's not the 5 bamboo though. It's not the 1 character, so just hit and proceed. It's not the 7 circle. We discard that east and hit proceed. Not the 6 bamboo, so we continue to hit proceed here because we got to tell people that we don't want things. It's not the 7 character. South wind, we want to discard that. It's not the 3, so hit ahead and proceed. It's the 2 character we can't do anything with. 1 bamboo we can't, so just hit proceed. Go ahead and discard the white dragon. Hit proceed. You guys probably getting the idea how this works now, right? 6 circle, hit proceed. And see the bot took the 6 circle through a 9. We don't need that. Oh man, we're getting a lot of honors, so you don't want the east, so go ahead and discard that. 4 bamboo you can discard. You can hit proceed. South wind likewise, just hit proceed. This guy's trying to get a nice hand up here. Hopefully we can win before he does. Just hit proceed. Okay, we don't want the 8 character, so hit proceed. All right, we don't want the 1 character, hit proceed. We don't want the 2 bamboo, hit proceed. Don't want the 5 character, hit proceed. All right, the 4, go ahead and discard that. Here we are. Here's our 4 character. So you just tap those 2, and you go ahead and hit the Mahjong button this time. And so you can see we're Mahjong. Our 4 sets are the Pong of 2s, the Pong of 4s, the Pong of 6s, and the Pong of 9s. And then our final pair is the 3 characters. And that's a total of 416 points. And we get the 416 points from each of the players are going to pay us double that, actually, because we're East Wind. You'll see that when we do the scoring. So we actually net 2,496 points, which is very nice. Good job, everybody. So next we'll go in and we'll talk about how the score actually came. Let's show you how the scoring works. The scoring is based on the Babcock Rules, the 1920s, this little red book, and there's a set of sort of scoring calculations that are done. Now, the really nice thing for you is all these calculations Mahjong for Friends does for you automatically. And the way the process works is the hands get scored, and then you get bonus points for Mahjong, and then you get doubles, and then you settle between you. So it's a little bit complicated. I'm going to take you through it so you understand the strategy. So if we look at the scoring, a Pong of 2s through 8s in any suit is worth 2 points if it's been exposed, 4 points if it's still in your hand. That's why you want to keep these things in your hand whenever you can. And then you can see the Pong of your Winds or Dragons or 1s or 9s is actually worth twice whatever the 2 through 8s are. So 4 points exposed, 8 points your hand. Kongs are going to be worth 4 times whatever Pongs are. And then there's nothing for a sequence, and pretties are always worth 4 points each. So let's score the hand. We start with, we get 4 points for the pretty. We get 8 points for the Kong that's exposed of 2s. Nothing for our Chow. 2 points for the exposed 7s. Then in our hand, that Pong of 1 circles is actually 8 points. We don't get anything for a pair of 4 bamboos. So we add those up, and our baseline is 22 points. So now we add our bonus points, and this is just for the winning Mahjong hand. They get 20 additional points, 10 points if there are no chows, 2 points if they drew their own tile. Then we add in the bonus points, so we get 20 points for Mahjong, which takes us to 44. The next step is the doubles, and this is done for all hands. You can see there's a lot of different reasons for doubles. Things like a Pong of your own Wind or 3 dragons, or this concept of if you have a clear hand, so it's all 1 suit plus Winds and Dragons, or all 1 suit with no honors, you get 3 doubles. So this is how you get really high scoring hands. So most of these doubles do not apply to this hand. We do not have a Pong of our own Wind or dragons. We're not what's called clear because we've got both circles and bamboos. So the only double we have is we are North Wind, and we have the pretty number 4. And they go, 1 is east around. So we get a double for having our own pretty. So that goes from 44 to 88. So the last step is to calculate all the other hands. So the Mahjong hand gets those 88 points from all the players. But then the other hands all get scored, and you calculate and settle the difference between those hands. So the Mahjong person always just gets points. They never have to give points to anyone else. So 88 points are coming in from all the players, and East goes double. So that's how you get to a net of 352 points for the Mahjong hand. And then you settle the difference. So South, for example, had 160 points. West only had 40, so that's a difference of 120. So when you settle out all those differences, you see South actually gets 340 points. So you can have very good hands that aren't Mahjong, but you can also lose a lot too if you don't go Mahjong. So I want to score one more hand to show you the difference. This hand has 2 pretties. It has Kong, so its baseline is 46 points. But where this hand really makes out is it gets the bonus points for Mahjong and for having no sequences, but then it gets several doubles because it's already a clear hand and has its own pretty. So those doubles really add up, and that's how it gets to 608 points. I know that scoring can be a little bit intimidating, but don't panic over it. Remember, Mahjong for Friends is doing all the scoring for you. The reason why we took you through it is so that you understand the strategies as you're playing. So now you should be ready to play your own game. You can play with your friends by creating a room and having them join it, or if you hit single player, you can practice against bots. You choose your style. So the style we just covered was the Panama Rules. So you'd select Panama Rules and start a game, and you're ready to go, and the bot is already Charlestoning. You can find more information in our tutorials, our documentation. There's more YouTube videos. And please, if you ever have any questions, feel free to contact us at support@mahjongforfriends.com. Thank you.